Season long, Abekwe had an easy shot inside and just could not finish.
Maryland unable to stop Thornton the last time they played. Rich also had a big game. He had 24 points. This ball is off Rich, and it will belong to the Terps. Rich is checking himself. He's all banged up after that play.
Maryland does such a great job attacking dribblers to the basket. You better button up if you're going to the goal.
Mike Jones for three and bang. Been some folks that have been saying that Mike Jones ought to come off the bench. They ought to start the two freshmen, Hayes and Vasquez. But Jones shows you why he's in the lineup.
This is an interesting defensive matchup right here, Tim. James Gist trying to match up with Al Thornton.
This is a three ball and a whistle and a foul. It's on Jones, and that'll be a three-shot foul attempt. Here's a look at our four keys to the game, Dan.
For Florida State, they've lost 4 games in a row. At least 3 of those games are because they didn't hit big shots in key situations. On the road, you've got to be able to do that. Plus, prevent your opponent from hitting big shots. Maryland, they've got to disrupt what Florida State is trying to do. In the last game, Florida State shot 62% from the field. You just cannot allow that.
So Swan at the line, a foul on Jones. He gets 3 free throws. And Florida State, the #1 foul shooting team in the nation, 78% as a team. Swan, 78% individually. He's money, isn't he?
Florida State is really amazing with what they can do from the free throw line. On the downside, if you're Leonard Hamilton, they don't get to the free throw line that much, relatively speaking. You can see Leonard Hamilton's success at Florida State, just like at his previous coaching stops.
Swan is at 29 of his 37 free throw attempts. And we're tied at 3. Just underway in College Park. Tim Brandt and Dan Bonner with you. Strawberry kicks it back to Abekwe. Takes it down in the paint and has it blocked. That ball should be off Florida State. It'll belong to the Terps. Look at Gary Williams. Came back to Maryland in 1989, led his alma mater to the national title in 2002. Nice pass to Abekwe. They double him over to Gist, and he finishes.
That's how you finish. Nice pass by Abekwe.
Mims, nice pass underneath. Petchafu is blocked. Jones. And the foul is against Jones. Gary's hot.
We talked to Gary Williams this afternoon, and he really had that very aggressive, ready, game day demeanor. Knows how important this game is for his squad. And he better be careful. Carl Hess just about got him.
He's yelling at Carl about Brian Dorsey, who made the call.
Well, it's always better to yell at the other guy.
Well, he thought he was safe, but you're right. He almost got teed up. And Florida State turns it over. Well, if you're following the ACC down the stretch, UNC and NC State just underway, and UVA having a tight one with Miami. But how about this one? Virginia Tech big over Boston College, and Georgia Tech beating Wake.
Well, that's a big win for Georgia Tech.
Out to Gist. This is a 2-ball.
Nice job by Strawberry. Maryland with that pressure. Good discipline by Strawberry and Vasquez to not reach in and foul on that particular play. Lots of times the temptation is to whack at the ball.
Shot clock at 12. Rich penetrates and scores. Way too easy by Rich. Boy, Florida State is quick and talented.
Defensive breakdown in the last 10 seconds. Maryland did a great job defensively for the first 25 seconds of the shot clock.
Hayes turns it over. That's a rare turnover for the freshman.
Oh, that's a silly foul. Now, Florida State is basically a jump shooting team. They don't get to the free throw line a lot because they rarely take the ball all the way to the basket. I think Maryland surprised that time that Rich did take it all the way to the goal. Rich did not score a field goal in the game against Virginia.
Gary Williams is exercised. Brian Dorsey has made all 3 foul calls against Maryland, and Gary is really hot. All of a sudden, Florida State leads by 1.
See, and that's what that drive to the basket by Rich does. It caused the defense just to back off a little bit, and that gives plenty of room for the 3. And there's some room for the 3 for Maryland.
Vasquez, the freshman. Here's Thornton. Back to Swan. This is for 3. Oh, yeah.
He is an outstanding three-point shooter.
Swan comes home from Germantown, Maryland. Gary told us before the ball game he expected Swan to have a big ball game. He's motivated when he comes home.
Swan has averaged better than 16 points a game over the last 3 or 4, and he's just deadly from outside the arc. He showed you what kind of range you have.
Etchefu comes down with a rebound. Mims, and the foul is on DJ Strawberry. 15:51 to play in the first half. Florida State by 1.
Nothing draws a neighborhood crowd together like the big game or the big race. And the best place to catch the action is right from your own living room. Food Lion is happy to help keep your home concession stand stocked all season with a fantastic variety of delicious foods at prices that will have you cheering. Food Lion, good neighbors, great prices.
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque? Or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks. Heat activated to help more of your engine's power reach the road. No leading synthetic motor oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power. Full synthetic Q Torque Power for trucks. Unleash all your horses.
Give me the rock. You want the candy? You can't have the candy. They call me the bus driver, kid, because I'm about to take you to school. Beta! Oh!
Man, I said this to everybody. Hey.
What are you guys looking at?
Nothing.
Be an instant hit with all the latest high-tech phones from Alta Wireless.
Come and get your love.
Everything's getting faster, sexier, and yet less expensive. So, why not cars? Say hello to the G6 sedan, G6 coupe, and G6 hardtop convertible. G6, one of the fastest growing brands in America. Pontiac, designed for action.
Well, Isaiah Swan has 6 of Florida State's 11 points, and the Seminoles lead by 1 here in College Park. And if you look at the Q Motor Oil Power 25, 3 ACC teams there in the top 25. If you look at the RPI top 40, you've got 8 ACC teams. At top 50, you've got 9.
Well, the ACC very well balanced, having a great year in terms of the conference with a better winning percentage against non-conference foes than any other league in the country.
Mims misses the first.
And that makes every game a battle.
Mims, a 78% free throw shooter, misses them both. Very unusual. Knowles still by 1. Hayes now brings it back out, calls the offense, resets.
Florida State stays in the man-to-man.
Nice pass underneath.
And again, though, the Terrapins not able to finish on the inside. Gist does a nice job getting the rebound. This is a very nice pass inside. And Isaiah Swan goes over and just distracts Gist enough that he misses the shot. Great hustle, though, by Gist to get the ball, get himself to the free throw line.
And while all that was going on, Gary Williams was yelling to the crowd to get up, stand up, let's get some noise in here. And Gist makes the first free throw. So Gary doing a little coaching, a little complaining, and a little cheerleading.
Well, it's pretty loud in here anyway, don't you think, Tim?
Thought so, but he was getting after him pretty good.
Well, Gary makes some moves. I don't know about the Maryland Terrapins, but Gary's certainly ready to go tonight.
Well, he's very well aware of the fact that Florida State beat him by 17 down there. He knows how talented the Noles are, and he wants all the help he can get here tonight.
Now, Florida State has shown a willingness to be patient on the offensive end. Maryland's got to play defense for all 35 seconds.
And Rich has it blocked. And Hayes will run with it. Back to Ebekwe. And Ebekwe follows his own shot. This is Gist. Gist has missed a couple in there tight.
Well, you just have to finish those plays inside.
This is Swan, gets caught in the air. And Thornton misses the dunk. And it'll be Maryland basketball.
It's a foul. I think Etchefu is going to pick up a foul.
It is. Carl Hess called Maryland basketball. Jamie Luckey called the foul. And with 14:25 to play in the first half, it's a 1-point Maryland lead.
This game, Tim, is being played with all the intensity any coach or fan could want. Each of these teams realizes how important this game is, and they are just getting after one another.
You can certainly feel the tension in the building. Back out to Hayes.
That's a place where Maryland ought to have an advantage. Etchefu is not a strong guy inside. He's tall but skinny. Maryland ought to be able to go in there, and Osby converts.
Mambale Osby came in for some wide body in the middle. He's 6'8", 250.
And the game must be getting serious. Al Thornton has abandoned his headband. Gist is going to get called for a foul. Maryland, a team that likes to get the ball inside, and Osby does a nice job taking his time in there, making sure there's no defensive help coming, and then just powering the ball to the goal. That is a very nice play.
Thornton tries to jam one in the paint. Ball's still loose. And the possession arrow belongs to Florida State. Well, it really is being played at a high level, and the tension in here is incredible. But it really truly feels like a tournament game.
Right, a high level of intensity, Tim. This is one of those games that may not be one of the prettiest games in the world because these teams are really going to get after one another.
14-11 Maryland. The double team on Thornton, takes it to the rack.
Oh, wow.
Strong power move.
Well, he dribbled out of a double team, Tim, and then dribbled into another double team, but nonetheless was able to power that ball into the basket.
Thornton's first bucket of the night. He had 30 Saturday against Virginia, and Vasquez is fouled. Foul is called on Isaiah Swan. That'll be his first. Isaiah Swan from Germantown, Maryland. A little bit motivated because Maryland didn't recruit him.
Oh, that is a powerful move right there. Good grief.
And it turns up by 3.
Florida State bench signaling they thought Osby walked. They're just going to throw him the ball. He catches it. That's a very nice play with the left hand. Got to do a better job than that defending the inbounds pass. That's now a couple of fouls on Etchefu. He's got to go out.
Will Bowers checks in. Gist goes out. Will Bowers is 7'1", senior. Osby, though, just a 57% free throw shooter. So here he is at the line, and it's always an adventure. Makes it. Terrapins by 4.
Now Osby's going to match up against Al Thornton.
And they're going to call this block on Strawberry. That's 2 on DJ. Don't forget, coming up Saturday, 1 o'clock, NC State against Florida State or Clemson and Boston College. Check your local listings right here on the Lincoln Financial Sports, Raycom Sports Network. This is Swan. This is a 2-ball. And Osby, who's come into the ball game playing like a monster.
Well, you want a guy coming off the bench giving you that kind of energy.
Brown over to Vasquez. Osby wants the ball. Instead, they kick it out. Paris Brown. 3. Terrapins' biggest lead of the game, 7. Paris Brown with the steal. They've got numbers. Great defense by Florida State.
This is one of those situations, Tim, where Florida State really needs a basket. We said one of the keys was big shots. This is an opportunity to make a big shot.
Back to Mims for 3.
Mims hasn't scored a field goal now in more than 2.5 games.
Hayes to Vasquez. To Bowers. Takes it right to the hoop.
Boy, he got himself extra close. Just couldn't finish.
Bowers last to touch it. It'll be Florida State basketball with 11:25 to play in the first half. 25 years of ACC basketball, and we're seeing a good one tonight.
Okay, now what? Rock, paper, scissors for it? Okay, that's fair. On 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I threw paper.
I threw a rock.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Low 5.
Your love of lobster is about to be indulged in more ways than you can imagine. Lobster Fest is back at Red Lobster with new irresistible ways to love lobster. Like our new fire-grilled lobster, shrimp, and scallops topped in a zesty tequila lime sauce. Or give yourself the double decadence of succulent Maine and rock lobster tails. It's lobster all the ways you love it. Right now during Lobster Fest, only at Red Lobster.
What does it take to use energy wisely? To make your home more efficient? To preserve our resources and the environment? To make sure the quality of life you enjoy is enjoyed by your children and their children? To lower your electric bill and say, yeah, I'm making a difference. What does it take? People, performance, excellence. To save money with programs like Home Energy Check, visit progress-energy.com/save.
With features like remote power liftgate, remote engine starter, rear backup camera and navigation system. In Jeep Commander or Jeep Grand Cherokee, you can escape to the wilderness. And, when necessary, you can escape from it. Now, get $3,500 cash allowance on Jeep Grand Cherokee. Discover America's hottest products at your Jeep dealer.
Back inside the Comcast Center, it's 2013 Maryland. And let's take a look at our Haviland defensive shield. Pretty indicative of the way the Terps play defense.
No question about it. The Terrapins, you can see they're leading the ACC and 4th in the country in blocked shots. And the Terps, as a matter of fact, Tim, already have 3 blocked shots this evening. We talked about the Terrapins needing to disrupt the Florida State offense. Well, they're holding the Seminoles to 33% shooting.
This is Thornton, takes the baseline. Over Osby with a jumper.
And that's just great offense right there, because Osby did all a defender can do in that situation. Moved his body, prevented Thornton from getting to the basket. Al Thornton is just a great offensive player.
See if he gets in gear now. He's 2 for 3 with 4 points.
Oh, that's a bad
lazy pass. Osby gets it back. Bowers.
You know, if Osby would have thrown the pass as hard as he did the shot, they wouldn't have had a problem.
And Rich is fouled.
Vasquez never really got himself set, Tim. And he bails Rich out because Rich is going way too fast here. But watch Vasquez. He never really gets himself in position. For it to be a charge, you have to establish initial guarding position, which means both feet on the floor facing the dribbler. You're allowed to move once you establish that position, but I don't know that Vasquez ever established position.
And Rich makes the free throw again. Let's reiterate the fact that Florida State is #1 in the nation in free throw shooting. So when they go to the charity stripe, they make it count. Is that good looking or what?
Certainly a high arc right there. Perfect. Right down through the middle.
Tonight, Florida State 5 for 7 at the line. Some of the other scores coming in. We'll give them to you throughout the night. Here's Osby again. And he's fouled.
Georgia Tech now gets to 6 wins in the Atlantic Coast Conference. They started the evening 5-7 in league play. Now they are 6-7.
And that foul was on Ryan Reed. That's his first. And again, we tell you, Osby, who made his free throw earlier, 1 for 1, only a 57% free throw shooter.
Tim, he misses that free throw, but one of the things that Maryland has been able to do is get the inside players for Florida State in foul trouble. Etchefu already on the bench with 2 fouls, and now Reed picks up a foul. So we'll have to see how that plays out through the course of this game.
And Osby misses them both.
Boy, Thornton goes way up for that rebound.
Florida State now with a chance to pull within 1 or tie. This is Thornton for 3, and we're tied.
There's a big shot we're talking about. They were down by 7 points, and Al Thornton has scored 5 of the 7 points in their 7-0 run.
He's 3 for 4 tonight. Keep in mind, this team shot better than 60% the last time they played Maryland. Jones for 3. And if he gets off, look out.
Maryland has backed off on that intense pressure that they were applying early in the game, mainly because they've had some foul problems.
Josue Soto in the game now for Florida State. And Thornton is fouled. This broadcast is a copyrighted presentation. Any use of it without the express permission of Raycom, Lincoln Financial Sports, and the ACC is prohibited.
Florida State has done a nice job here in the last few possessions, Tim, getting Al Thornton the basketball in places from which he can do tremendous damage. Osby is just not going to be able to guard him out on the wing.
And Thornton misses a free throw. Gist and Ebekwe come back into the ball game. Osby gave him some quality minutes. He goes out. And Will Bowers goes out.
One of the problems for the Terps is I don't know that anybody on their bench can guard Thornton. You know, if you match Strawberry up against him on the perimeter, he can take Strawberry down inside, and then he can take Gist or Osby out on the perimeter. That's just a very difficult defensive matchup for Maryland.
Gary Williams was telling us before the ball game, just don't let Thornton have those follow shots. If he misses, he's usually the first one there to get the rebound. Here's Jones again.
free for him now. He is really feeling it and looks so comfortable shooting the ball, Tim.
When he came out of high school, he was ranked the #2 guard in the country behind LeBron James.
That's a travel.
And he walked. That's a turnover.
And that's what that shot blocking presence can do for you. Allen did a nice job for Leonard Hamilton's guys getting to the baseline, but he hesitated when he saw a Beckway coming over.
Returning for Josue Soto.
8:57 to play in the first half. Tim Branton, Dan Bonner with you. In a game that has tournament implications. And the entry pass.
And Beckway is going to get called for the foul.
That's 2 on a Beckway.
A Beckway using that arm to shove Thornton out of the way. If a Beckway just holds his position, I think Thornton picks up that foul coming over the back.
So Jones has 2, and Beckway has 2, Strawberry has 2. Maryland now all of a sudden getting into some foul trouble.
Well, that's why they've backed off on the pressure. The pressure was effective, but their guys were getting in foul trouble.
Call the block on Hayes or offensive?
Offensive foul. I think that was Jones in there taking the charge, or was that Hayes?
And so Swan picks it up.
Boy, there's just no place to go in here. It's Eric Hayes just comes over and stands his ground. That's a very nice defensive play. You just can't put your head down and drive to the basket against the team that plays defense like Maryland.
That's 2 on Swan. Back to Bowers. Vasquez. Vasquez is a guard that looks for his shot at all times. Hayes will pass first. Here's Vasquez for 3. And that's why he looks for it.
That was a great screen by Bowers.
Maryland now 6 for 6 beyond the arc. Maryland 29, Florida State 21. We'll return after this message from Florida State University.
Think you know Florida State University? Our faculty includes Nobel laureates, Pulitzer Prize winners, and members of the National Academy of Sciences. We delivered the first detailed surface images of the AIDS virus. We established the nation's first new MD program in a generation. And we produced the 900 megahertz ultra-wide bore magnet, an unrivaled scientific marvel that's yielding important discoveries in chemical and biomedical research. Think you know Florida State University? Think again.
Leonard Hamilton very concerned. His team has fallen behind by 8 points, and a big factor in the Maryland offense this evening has been Mike Jones. Has scored 9 points, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. He's done a nice job, Tim, getting his feet set, looking very comfortable shooting the ball out there, and that's bad news for the Seminoles.
Maryland on a 9-1 run, and they've all been 3 balls. Shot clock down to 10. Rich sees it. Nice pass underneath.
Nowhere to go.
Shot clock at 4.
But you can't give up the ball with that little time on the shot clock.
Florida State gets it back, and Mims loses it out of bounds. 7:25 to play first half.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has the low prices guaranteed to save you money. Get ready to get the best price possible on all the parts and accessories you need with our ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car. So when you want to get more for your money while getting more out of your car, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee.
Pretty good extreme tots, huh?
Pretty great, man. A lot of flavors. It's like a big flavor collision.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
It's like a tater tot comet landed and went through a onion field and scared the cows so bad that cheese came out of the cows.
Whoa. Tater tot comet?
Hold on. Listen, I'm not even done. Weird. Okay. You didn't even give me a chance to finish before you start poking holes in it.
Extreme Tots, only at Sonic. Crispy tots topped with chili, cheese, onions, jalapenos, and ranch dressing. And try one with a Powerade for the perfect extreme meal.
Hi, honey.
Thought you were shopping.
In-floor storage bins, one of the many benefits of Chrysler Town & Country's exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage system. Now get Town & Country, J.D. Power & Associates' highest-ranked van in initial quality, with 0% financing for 60 months or $4,000 cash allowance.
Get ready to get the games you can't see on TV. Introducing ACC Select.com, the new way to see your sport.
Maryland leads Florida State 29-21. ACC Wednesday night. And we got scores coming in from across the Atlantic Coast Conference. UNC and NC State. How about that? Wolfpack up. Miami leading UVA. Oh, that's a final. Miami has beaten UVA. And how about Virginia Tech over Boston College? Georgia Tech beating Wake. Virginia Tech has to be the best road team in the conference this year. Or certainly one of them. Last week, the North Carolina in the Dean Dome and go up to Boston College tonight and win.
That game was actually in Blacksburg.
Or in Blacksburg, rather.
But how about Virginia losing to Miami? That is a huge win for Miami. Puts a big dent in the Cavalier hopes that they might be able to win the ACC regular season championship.
How am I doing? I did the BC Virginia Tech game in Boston.
You did it with me.
Short memory. Here's Rich. He last touched it. It'll be Maryland basketball. Look at those standings updated. Carolina 9-3, Virginia 9-4, Virginia Tech 9-4. It's going to be a heck of a tournament, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's going to be a heck of a finish to the season. We've still got a lot of basketball left to be played in the regular season of the conference. I think Gist is going to get a foul coming over the back. But, you know, everybody around the conference, Tim, is talking about who's in the NCAA tournament, who's on the bubble, who's out, and not really paying a lot of attention to what is a great race for the conference regular season championship.
Yeah, I agree with you. For Gist, that is his second. So again, Jones with 2, Gist with 2, Beckway with 2, Strawberry with 2.
Boy, in Florida State, surprisingly from the free throw line, they're now 6 of 10 from the line. This is a team that shoots almost 80% from the line, and Al Thornton,
84%.
He's now 2 of 4 from the line tonight.
29-22 Terps.
I think this is a key stretch for Maryland with all the guys that they have on the bench in foul trouble.
Vasquez pulls back and shoots the 2.
Tough shot. Very good defense by Florida State.
Florida State with a chance to close the gap.
Mims takes a look at the clock. Plenty of time. 16 seconds.
Thornton for 2. Bang.
See, and Osby did everything he could. Thornton faked the drive, and Osby backed up because Thornton beat him to the basket the last time, and Thornton just pulls up and shoots it. Osby cannot defend that. I don't think anybody can defend that.
Thornton with 11 points, 5 rebounds. He's a great one. Shot clock has not really been a factor for the Terrapins. Now it's at 10. Hayes gets it back. New shot clock.
That was a tough play on the inside. But again, Maryland gets the ball real close to the basket and can't convert.
Great drive by Hayes, and he couldn't finish. And ahead they go. Osby with the interception, and last touch by Florida State. Great hustle by Bombale Osby.
And great hustle by Al Thornton. Gary Williams thinks maybe Thornton committed a foul over there, but Osby doing a great job running back down the court. Thornton sees that they have the ball, and he leaks out, and Osby just comes in right at the last minute.
Soto checks back in. Mims goes out of the ball game for the Seminoles.
Again, Tim, both of these teams really getting after it. This first half has been as intense as you'll see.
Vasquez spins in the paint, and offensive foul. And that's 2 on Vasquez. You know, there's nothing like college basketball, and if you're celebrating the win, do it right. The way you celebrate says a lot about you and reflects on your school. So be responsible, take care of yourself and your friends. That's a message from Anheuser-Busch.
Maryland just going a little too fast on offense, and finally Gary Williams gets the technical foul that he's been looking for a while.
Gary keeps pointing at the scoreboard, and the reason he does, Maryland's got 10 team fouls to just 6 for Florida State. Now you can add a technical foul rule. And Thornton misses again.
Now 2 of 5. This guy's an 85% free throw shooter, 84% free throw shooter. My heavens.
Missed them both.
So Gary got a free one there.
This is what we're talking about. All those guys have deuces.
Now Florida State gets the ball. The game picks up where it left off
with just a little bit more intensity.
Well, I don't know that Gary is as upset with the officiating as he is frustrated with the fact that his team is getting those shots very close to the basket and unable to convert.
Trust me, he's upset with the officiating too. At least he's letting them know about it. He might be telling them his guys aren't finishing. Here's Soto. And with Douglas not being able to play, Soto, who very rarely plays, getting some minutes. And Florida State turns it over again.
Well, this is a very interesting situation. With Osby in the game trying to guard Al Thornton. Al Thornton should be handling the ball on every possession. He doesn't have to shoot it on every possession, but boy, your star ought to touch it every time.
Paris Brown on the baseline.
See that?
Air ball.
Those are not good shots by the Terrapins. You know, it wasn't a long shot, but it was a contested shot. It was a little floater. You can get a better shot than that.
Inside to Thornton, working on Osby. He feels like he can take him. And does.
And there's a reason for that. Thornton has scored 13 of Florida State's last 15 points.
And it's a 3-point game.
Maryland just not able to get it to go, and they're getting good looks, or at least looks that are close to the basket.
Nice pump fake by Thornton, and he draws iron. Vasquez.
See, he's in too big a hurry.
Terrapins turn it over. 3:09 to play, first half.
Somewhere between grade school and grad school, you're going to need a bank. We'd like to be it. The personal bankers of RBC Centura.
With more proactive advice, home equity loans for college, and dedicated service than you'd expect from a bank, RBC Centura. Let's do something giant.
At the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, we test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
The dream is still alive, someday it will come true. And this country, it belongs to folks like me and you. So let the voice of freedom sing out through this land. This is our country.
This is our truck. The 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
Give me the rock. You want the candy? You can't have the candy. They call me the bus driver, kid, because I'm about to take you to school. Vader! Oh!
Man, I sent it to everybody. Hey.
What are you guys looking at?
Nothing.
Be an instant hit with all the latest high-tech phones from Altel Wireless.
Come and get your love.
Maryland did lead it by 8. The lead is now 3. One of the reasons Al Thornton doing a great job getting position inside against Bombali Osby. He's taken Osby outside, and here he shows you the ability to create some space and then simply jump up over Osby and score. Florida State, we mentioned, they were down by 8, and Maryland, in their last 10 possessions offensively, Tim, the Terrapins have turned it over 3 times. They've missed 7 shots, so no points in their last 10 possessions, but their defense still pretty solid. Florida State only able to cut the lead to 3.
Florida State, though, every time they go to the line now, they'll be shooting 2. Maryland still not in the 1-1.
25, Jason Rich, and 41, Uche Echefu.
That's a carry. That's 8 turnovers for Florida State.
Boy, and Jason Rich better be careful. He just threw the ball back over his head. Got to be careful, particularly in a game where the officials have already called one technical foul. You don't want to give them an excuse to call another one.
Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Parrish Brown. Both teams going a little bit deeper on that bench tonight than we've seen them.
Now, Maryland really has to. They've got a lot of foul problems.
Well, and Florida State does too with Tony Douglas out. This is Hayes for 3. Nice job by Maryland to get the ball back.
Bowers did a nice job getting a hand on that one and tipping it out. Maryland's really struggled to score on the inside. They've been much more successful from 3-point range.
This is Bowers with a jumper. I'm not sure that's the shot that Gary Williams wants.
And now Maryland, out of frustration, jumps over the back and commits a foul. That's Osby.
And keep in mind, Florida State shooting 2.
As you mentioned, they'll go down now and they'll shoot 2 free throws. And even though they are not shooting free throws particularly well tonight, only 7 of 13, they still come in as the leading free throw shooting team in the country. Echefu, a 76% free throw shooter.
Trying to pull the Seminoles within 1.
Tim, it's been almost 6 minutes since Maryland has scored.
Makes them both. And it's 29-28. It's a 7-0 Florida State run. Our Chevrolet Stars of the Week in conference play, DJ Strawberry, the ACC Player of the Week after leading the Terps to wins over NC State and Clemson, averaging 20 points. And, of course, the Rookie of the Week, Davis Vasquez. He averaged 15 points over those 2 wins as well.
Maryland really needs a basket. They had some success going into Osby inside.
Another Brown misses in close.
Runner. Missed in close, but that was not an easy shot.
Terrapins have gone ice cold. This is Allen. Hayes will push it. Gets it back to Vasquez. And Vasquez is fouled. Foul is on Jason Rich. That's his first.
Maryland will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
The foul's on 25, Jason Rich, his first.
So here's your Rookie of the Week. We just talked about him. He's an 84% free throw shooter. Just a freshman from Caracas, Venezuela. And he misses the free throw.
How many times have we seen on, that's the first time on a free throw, but on shots, that ball would go down and come back out?
I think they'll be happy to change baskets at half.
That's been very
Here's Thornton for three.
Their defense has been solid, though. You go through a stretch like this where you haven't scored and you still lead in the game. It's got to make you feel pretty good.
63 seconds to play in the half. Under a minute. Paris Brown back to Hayes. Shot clock at 15. Inside to Bowers. Ooh, jump hook. He's short, draws iron.
Boy, Bowers has had some clean looks, just hasn't been able to get him down.
11 straight misses by Maryland. This is to give Florida State the lead. Splash! 31-29, Florida State. 16 points for Thornton.
Maryland hadn't scored in 8 minutes.
Shot clock is off, 20 seconds to play. And with 10 on the clock, Vasquez will go. Looks for a pick, gets it, and banks it in. This is good if it goes. And so, at halftime, befitting a game with that intensity, we're tied at 31. And Al Thornton really turned it on down the stretch. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 6 of 10 from the field. Folks, we are tied. Back with halftime.
ACC Basketball is being brought to you by your Carolina Chrysler dealers, by Red Lobster, by Q Motor Oil, by Charles Schwab, by Sonic Drive-In, and by RBC Centura.
What are you doing?
Should we pick him up? He has Bud Light.
He has an axe.
But he has Bud Light.
And an axe.
I'm sure there's a reason for it. Hey, buddy. What's with the axe?
It's a bottle opener.
Hop in.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Look, he has Bud Light.
And a chainsaw.
Nothing draws a neighborhood crowd together like the big game or the big race. And the best place to catch the action is right from your own living room. Food Lion is happy to help keep your home concession stand stocked all season with a fantastic variety of delicious foods at prices that will have you cheering. Food Lion, good neighbors, great prices.
Plus, their guard play is so much stronger. They can basically go 9 people deep and not lose anything. You know?
No, and the other guys are like starting maybe 6-man.
Right.
Maybe
if
6-man.
that, right. Rejected! Don't you bring that weak tot action. You go strong to your mouth or you don't go at all.
Coney and Tots. Grab an extra long chili cheese Coney and Tots for just $2.99.
Now it's for real at totrejection.com. Rejected!
With features like remote power liftgate, remote engine starter, rear backup camera and navigation system, In Jeep Commander or Jeep Grand Cherokee, you can escape to the wilderness. And, when necessary, you can escape from it. Now, get $3,500 cash allowance on Jeep Grand Cherokee. Discover America's hottest products at your Jeep dealer.
ACC sporting events are fun and exciting for everyone. A time to show enthusiasm for the game, both players and fans alike. However, some behavior has shifted focus away from the spirit of the games. At the Atlantic Coast Conference, fairness and sportsmanship has been our goal for more than 50 years. And across the ACC, we're always working hard to achieve this goal. It's an important part of what we do. Sportsmanship, the ultimate goal.
Okay, smart guy. Tell me what the ACC Interinstitutional Academic Collaborative is.
Well, that's simple. The IAC nurtures academic collaborations among all 12 ACC universities.
Yeah, there's research being conducted abroad that tackles tough global issues now being shared across all ACC campuses.
And these students will be better prepared for global careers.
Hey, how do you know all this?
The ACC, 12 universities with global goals.
Oh.
Ruby Tuesday presents the Play of the Week. Wednesday in Winston-Salem with 3 seconds left. Michael Drum got the rebound putback off the Kyle Visser miss as Wake Forest beat Clemson 67-65. And that's our Ruby Tuesday Play of the Week.
Four ties, 5 lead changes. Maryland's largest lead was 7, but the Terps went more than 8 minutes without a bucket. And we are tied at 31.
First up is Josh Kelly. Okay, Josh, let her go. Very nice. Our second contestant is John Viola. John, are you ready? Okay, let her go. Now we've got the sound back.
Make sure they know he's on the screen.
Introducing Aquafina Alive. Vitamin enhanced to help you look better, feel better, and perhaps a bit sexier. So make your body happy. Drink new Aquafina Alive.
Denise Basic is a real Geico customer, not a paid celebrity. So to help tell her story, we hired a celebrity.
It was Thanksgiving night when I accidentally hit a deer.
Whoa, look out, look out!
I called Geico expecting to get a recording, but someone was there to help me.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Geico got my claim in the works right away, and I was actually able to enjoy my Thanksgiving.
Mashed potatoes, gravy, and cranberry sauce! Woo!
Geico. Real service, real savings.
Your love of lobster is about to be indulged in more ways than you can imagine. Lobsterfest is back at Red Lobster with new irresistible ways to love lobster. Like our new fire-grilled lobster, shrimp, and scallops topped in a zesty tequila lime sauce. Or give yourself the double decadence of succulent Maine and rock lobster tails. It's lobster all the ways you love it, right now during Lobsterfest, only at Red Lobster.
Introducing Aquafina Alive. Vitamin enhanced to help you look better, feel better, and perhaps a bit sexier. So make your body happy. Drink new Aquafina Alive.
Hi, honey.
Thought you were shopping.
Well,
In-floor storage bins. One of the many benefits of Chrysler Town & Country's exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage system. Now get Town & Country, J.D. Power & Associates' highest-ranked van in initial quality, with 0% financing for 60 months or $4,000 cash allowance.
Today's Rejection of the Week is brought to you by Sonic.
Rejected! In Charlottesville last week, Sean Singletary puts a move on Ralph Mims, but Al Thornton comes from nowhere for the great block in our Sonic Rejection of the Week. Rejected!
Back inside the Comcast Center as you look at our Toyota ACC standings. Tim Brandt and Dan Bonner with you. Maryland and Florida State. You see why this game is important, Dan.
Tim, it is really interesting as you look at the standings, and we got a great race for the regular season championship in the conference, and Maryland has played very well. They've won 3 games in a row. They're now 6-6 in the league. But one of the great things about this league is it's so well balanced. There's just not a lot of blowout games, or there haven't been so far this year.
What do both of these teams need to do to get to the tournament?
Well, I think that, you know, obviously the factor is to win games. That's the key thing at this time of the year. As you look, when we talk about the scoring margin, you can see, look at Virginia Tech in there. They actually have a negative scoring margin, yet they're 9-4 in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Virginia, 9-4 as well. They're scoring their margin of victory, only 1.8 points, so fewer than 2 points a game. That's less than 1 basket a game. That gives you some idea. You got to be ready to play every night. And I think for both Maryland and Florida State, they're going to need to maintain that intensity and get some more offense going tonight.
We sure have seen that intensity in this ball game. A game that's had 4 ties, 5 lead changes, and we are tied at 31. More of our halftime activities right after this.
There's a place where simple food like chicken is now simply extraordinary, where tomatoes are tantalizing and basil breathtaking. Artichokes art, mushrooms masterpieces, crab incredible, and asparagus astounding. Introducing Chicken Fresco, Portobello, and Oscar. From the place where fresh ingredients inspire fresh thinking, Ruby Tuesday.
There are times you gotta ask yourself, do you think you've got the torque? Or do you know you've got the torque? Get Q Torque Power for trucks. Heat activated to help more of your engine's power reach the road. No leading synthetic motor oil delivers more torque than Q Torque Power. Full synthetic Q Torque Power for trucks. Unleash all your horses.
This moment in ACC basketball history is presented by Geico. Sunday in Durham with a 71-62 victory over Georgia Tech. Mike Krzyzewski of Duke became just the 8th coach in NCAA history to win 700 games at the same school. Congratulations to Mike Krzyzewski for marking his moment in ACC basketball history, which has been presented by Geico.
Welcome back to College Park, Maryland. We're in the Comcast Center where we are tied at 31. The Maryland Terrapins went 8 straight minutes without scoring a bucket in that first half, and it was an interesting first half at best.
It really was. Maryland has 11 more shot opportunities than Florida State does because they have 7 offensive rebounds. They forced 9 turnovers, but they only made 1 of their last 12.
Take a look at the all-tell halftime stats, Dan.
And the Terrapins did a great job early in the game shooting the 3. They were 6 of 6 early in the game, but then Florida State did a nice job clamping down, not allowing that 3-point shot. You can see the Terrapins with 10 assists. They had 10 assists on their first 10 field goals.
Florida State shooting 34%. When they beat Maryland 22 days ago, they shot 61% and won by 17. Second half, right after this.
How long is this gonna last? I'm ready to hit the Bud Light. I already took care of it.
Say, well, all right, now we are gathered here today to join in marriage, Bob and Julie. Bob, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do I hear and I do, I do, do I hear and I do?
I do.
Julie, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do I hear and I do, I do, do I hear and I do?
I do.
Going once, going twice, and now pronounce you husband and wife, you may kiss the bride.
And away we go. Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
So what I owe you?
100, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half, 175, 200, 200 and a quarter.
Somewhere between starting a business and growing one, you're going to need a bank. We'd like to be it. The small business advisors of RBC Centura. With more proactive advice, proven ideas, and dedicated service than you'd expect from a bank. RBC Centura. Let's do something giant.
The dream is still alive. Someday it will come true. And this country, it belongs to folks like me and you. So let the voice of freedom sing out through this land. This is our country.
This is our truck. The 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
Give me the rock. You want the candy? You can't have the candy. They call me the bus driver, kid, because I'm about to take you to school. Beta! Oh!
Man, I sent it to everybody. Hey!
What are you guys looking at?
Nothing.
Be an instant hit with all the latest high-tech phones from Alta Wireless.
Come and get your love.
ACC Basketball is brought to you by Chevrolet, by Gatorade, by Ruby Tuesday, by Pontiac, by Progress Energy, by Chick-fil-A, and by Toyota.
Florida State and Maryland deadlocked at 31. Let us take a look at our Bud Light scoreboard, update you on some of the scores taking place. In the Atlantic Coast Conference, North Carolina leading NC State by 1 at the half. Virginia falling to Miami by 8. How about that?
That's really a big upset. Virginia Tech. You know, it's amazing. Virginia Tech lost by 20 up at Boston College. They turn it around. They win by 17 tonight. And a big win for Georgia Tech. Leonard Hamilton's guys trying to stay in the race for an NCAA tournament bid. Georgia Tech did that this evening.
Take a look at some first half highlights of this ball game.
Maryland, we mentioned, started out very hot from beyond the arc. They made 6 of 6. Vasquez with 1. Mike Jones hit 3 threes in the first half. Most of the offense for Florida State, more than half. As a matter of fact, Al Thornton had 16 points and 9 rebounds in the first half. He hit a couple of threes. The only thing he didn't do well, amazingly enough, was shoot free throws. He was only 2 for 6. You know, Maryland played that first half with tremendous intensity, Tim, but I think they need to play the second half, maintain that intensity, but play with a little bit more control, particularly on the offensive end. They seemed to be in a big hurry there once they got up by 8.
Well, Maryland with 13 personal fouls. Gary with that technical. This is Jones, and his shot won't go. He's pushed from behind. Here's Strawberry with the follow and backs it in.
Now, Beckway gets that rebound. Beckway only played 6 minutes in the first half. Gist only played 10 minutes. So Maryland's starting front court guys, not a lot of time. in the first half.
Comcast is rocking tonight. Very loud in here.
That was DJ Strawberry's first basket.
Block. Terrapins have numbers. Strawberry takes it himself and banks it in.
Tim, it must be the baskets. Those balls were coming out in the first half. That one rolled all the way around and went in. And I really think with Maryland, lots of times as Strawberry goes, so go the Terrapins.
Well, he's got 2 quick buckets in the second half. Maryland by 4.
For Florida State, it's time to put the ball in the hands of Al Thornton.
Etchefu. Nice pass underneath. Florida State loses it. Pass to Strawberry. Wow. Leonard Hamilton needs a timeout. And he takes one. (37-31). Strawberry jam.
Introducing the evolution of Haviland. Now with Deposit Shield. The deposits that attack your engine every time you drive can cause friction, robbing it of performance and fuel efficiency. Haviland shields it, because a clean engine runs better. Defend your engine. Haviland with Deposit Shield.
No, I'm not going to go through it line by line, but have you ever actually looked at this thing? I mean, account research fee, $32, deposit verification, $12. Are these even actual terms? It's like someone spent their entire day thinking of ways to nickel and dime us.
Good, Aaron. Cow. Cow! Yes, sweetie, cow. Cow! Paul, where are the burgers?
For breakfast, try Chick-fil-A's tasty chicken biscuits, chicken minis, or breakfast burritos.
Truck guys told us what matters in a half-ton is guts, so we gave this truck a big rear axle, a stronger frame, and the biggest honking bed. All to help it handle payloads at 2,000 pounds. Which answers the age-old question of how to put a ton of whatever in a half-ton bag. Available on the all-new full-size Tundra. The truck that's changing it all.
Maryland's DJ Strawberry has come out and scored 6 quick points. Maryland leads 37-31. Cal Ripken in the house tonight here at the Comcast Center. He was also here for the Duke game. He's got a basketball court, full court, inside gym at his house in Aberdeen. He's a big hoops guy.
Al Thornton needs to touch the ball.
Swan.
Now, Swan is an outstanding three-point shooter, but I'd rather take my chances with Swan than Thornton. Nice job by Vasquez.
Inside. But Beckway almost loses it and does. Turns it over. And so Florida State will have it. Take a look at our principal financial scores of other games. UVA falling to Miami tonight as a shocker. Virginia Tech big over BC down in Blacksburg. And young Wake Forest loses again.
Georgetown continues to roll. Florida on the recovery trail. Oh my, Etchefu missed that shot, missed it badly, and Beckway simply didn't block him out.
Here's Thornton, and he's fouled by Gist.
Well, Gist is going to pick up the foul, but Florida State shouldn't even have the basketball. If a Beckway blocks out, they don't get that rebound.
That's 3 on Gist. And so Bombale Osby comes back in for Gist.
Gist only played 10 minutes in the first half, and Beckway only 6, Strawberry only 8 because of foul problems.
And Thornton with a drop step. Ball's still loose. Terrapins come down with it.
That was a good scrap by Osby.
This is Jones. Nice pass to Osby. Nice catch by Osby. And the finish.
Tim, I don't know what kind of pass that was, whether it was good or bad, but Osby made it look good. That was a tremendous catch.
That's your food for 3. Florida State has come out stone cold. Jones.
Maybe a little too quickly on that trigger.
Never set.
I don't know if they've come out stone cold, but Thornton isn't the guy shooting the ball.
Swan off balance.
And again, Thornton doesn't touch it.
Terrapins may have gotten away with a push. Here's Jones. Florida State 0 for 6 this half. Maryland on a 10-0 run.
Leonard Hamilton trying to tell his guys to just slow down. Foul. That's Osby picks up the foul, hanging on to Al Thornton. That's not a bad idea, but you just don't want to get caught.
That's 3 on Bombale Osby. So Maryland in a lot of foul trouble.
Bowers played 12 minutes in the first half, Tim, and he missed all 4 of his shot attempts. Now, Beckway with 2 personal fouls is going to try to match up with Thornton. Remember, early in the game was the Florida State inside guys who were in foul trouble.
Mims rattles it around, can't go down. Nice pass to a Beckway by Vasquez.
Wow,
this place is rocking.
Another timeout by Leonard Hamilton.
Very similar to the game down in Tallahassee, just reverse roles. Close first half. Florida State exploded down there and won by 17. Here in College Park, Maryland has exploded. Timeout on the floor as the teams discuss strategy. You should too. Get someone to talk with you, not at you. Talk to Chuck. Charles Schwab. What are they talking about, Dan?
The Maryland Terrapins are talking about maintaining their intensity. What they've been able to do is what we talked about at halftime. They've been able to be intense, but they've also been able to get good shots on the offensive end. And if you're Florida State, I believe that Leonard Hamilton is over there reintroducing his guys to Al Thornton. Thornton is a guy who scored 16 points in the first half and has only taken 1 shot here in the second half. He hasn't touched the ball.
Well, Maryland, no fast break points in the first half. They've got 10 here in the first 3.5 minutes of this half.
Well, they have suddenly gotten the game going at an extremely frantic pace. Florida State just not handling that very well, turning the ball over, allowing Maryland some run-out opportunities.
You saw the numbers on Thornton, but none of those have come after intermission. They need to find them.
He's only taken 1 shot.
Here he is. Swan, and he's fouled. 15:46 to play.
Nothing draws a neighborhood crowd together like the big game or the big race. And the best place to catch the action is right from your own living room. Food Lion is happy to help keep your home concession stand stocked all season with a fantastic variety of delicious foods and prices that will have you cheering. Food Lion, good neighbors, great prices.
Don't worry about those guys.
I am just so sick of this.
Dude, what do you expect? You went with Geico.com. What, to save some money?
It's my life, okay?
Just a little loyalty would be nice, that's all.
What? Having Geico makes me less of a caveman?
Tina's here. We're getting back together.
Hey, give us a minute.
Geico.com. So easy, a caveman can do it.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has the low prices guaranteed to save you money. Get ready to get the best price possible on all the parts and accessories you need with our ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car. So when you want to get more for your money while getting more out of your car, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee.
We've been America's best-selling truck for 30 straight years now. Guess we should celebrate. Nah, we got work to do. With best-in-class payload and towing, Ford trucks are built Ford tough. Just sign and drive off with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing. Lease a Ford F-150 for $309 a month now at your Carolina Ford dealer.
The Florida State Seminoles have yet to score in the second half, and the Maryland Terrapins have come out quite literally running. The block shot, Strawberry gets it down and scores. Then off the rebound, Mike Jones with the pass to Bombali Osby, the big guy running the court, making the great catch. Gravis Vasquez has a couple assists here in the second half, gets the ball to Mike Jones. So the Maryland Terrapins doing what they want to do, blocking shots, rebounding the ball, getting out and running. And just as Maryland struggled with some shot selection at the end of the first half, Florida State, a little bit of shot selection problems here early in the second.
Well, Maryland has made 7 of their 9 shots after that 0 for 11 drought in the first half. And now Swan has them on the board after intermission.
Swan does a nice job taking the ball hard to the basket. Bowers comes in and drops the arm and fouls him.
And just by the way he was fouled and brought the ball down, Gary Williams was asking, is that a pass or a shot? But it was clearly a shot attempt, and he was fouled hard.
Returning from Florida State, 42, Ryan Reed.
Maryland by 10. Strawberry for 3.
That's a great play by Beckway.
And the foul is on Thornton. Our Chick-fil-A nugget of the game. There's got to be some streaky shooting in there the way this game has gone, don't you think?
Fouls on number 12, Al Thornton, his second.
Here's Kenny Beckway walks.
Beckway has only made 1 field goal in this game. That was in this half just recently on that great pass by Vasquez.
15-21 to play in the ball game. Swan. Here's Mims to Thornton. To Swan for 3. Here's that Chick-fil-A nugget of the game. It is streaky shooting.
Well, now Florida State with an air ball on top of that 0 for 8.
Maryland went 0 for 11 during its shutout. And then 0 for 8 by Florida State.
Well, Maryland used its defense in that long drought in the first half to not allow Florida State to pull away.
And here's the pass inside to a Beckway for the left hand.
And Maryland just shredding the Florida State defense. Florida State in the drought in this half. And Maryland is pulling away.
Thornton gets his own rebound and puts it back. Still can't get it to go down, and Vasquez comes up with it. Maybe it is that basket. It'll be Maryland basketball.
That's an interesting point, Tim. That basket was 1 for 12 at the end of the first half, and now they're what? Basket's 0 for 10 in the second half.
That basket's an 0 for.
So the ball's gone in that goal, only 1 out of the last 22 shots.
Strawberry. I think Gary must have challenged Strawberry in the halftime.
Well, whatever he did, he ought to remember it. Seemed to work.
Give that halftime talk in the pregame. Swan in the paint. Offensive foul.
The Maryland pace suddenly of the game has Florida State trying to go a little bit too fast. forcing things when they really don't need to force them. Florida State 0 for 11 shooting field goals in this half. Maryland was 1 for 12 at the end of the first half at the same basket. So that basket's the culprit.
And that one was the last shot of the half, so they too went 0 for 11.
And you're right, it must be the basket.
Maryland's two freshmen at guards getting a lot of time. Here's Strawberry again feeling it.
Oh, what a rebound by Swan.
Mims on the baseline. Here's Thornton. Back to Mims.
Beckway is doing a great job forcing Thornton to give up the ball.
And the foul is on Bowers. The bucket will count, and Thornton will shoot one.
That time Thornton went right by. Now Thornton with the fake, and then Beckway makes him give up the ball, and then Beckway sort of gives up on it a little bit, stands straight up, and that allows Thornton to get the ball and drive to the basket, go by him. You see Thornton already a double-double, and we still have 13.5 minutes to play.
Well, those are his first points of the second half. Vasquez.
Got a little carried away that time.
Great hustle by Strawberry to save it. Vasquez for three.
See, now Maryland's suddenly going at that hyper speed. They don't need to do that, and now Beckway picks up his third personal foul.
(13-16) to play in the game. And it has been a physical game.
The foul's on 25, McKenny Beckway, his third, fifth on the team. Returning for the Terrapins, 5, Eric Hayes.
And a man for Maryland.
And 23, Mike Jones.
Off Hayes' foot. 19 on the shot clock.
Etchefu coming in the game. Reed going out.
7 of 14. Rest of the team 3 of 19. That tells a pretty good story of this game. 47-35 Maryland as we go under 13 minutes. Swan to Thornton. And Thornton walks. He's frustrated.
He's a little frustrated, but that was pretty good defense by Gist right there. He didn't go for the fake. And when he didn't go for the fake, Thornton trying to reposition himself, traveled with the basketball. That was good defense that time.
Jones has it knocked out of bounds. 21 on the shot clock. Florida State with 12 turnovers and 10 field goals.
It's amazing they're as close in the game as they are.
Hayes back to Gist. Terrapins want the ball in Hayes' hands as much as possible. He'll run the offense as the shot clock's down to 7. Pass to Bowers, back to Gist. This is for 3. Bang.
That's very well done by the Maryland Terrapins. You know, you don't suspect Gist of being a great three-point shooter. He doesn't make that many, but his percentage is very high.
Allen.
See, and there's Thornton just running down the ball. If his guys aren't going to give it to him, he's going to go get it.
And the foul on Strawberry. 11:49 to play. We'll be back.
Okay, I've been working on this plan for 3 years, and today's the day.
Okay.
Every Friday, the same Bud Light delivery guy takes the same route past us.
Okay.
You're the only one who can make the leap.
Okay.
When I say go, you jump over, grab some Bud Light, and jump back.
Okay.
Okay, here he comes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and go.
What'd you say?
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Seriously, what'd you say?
There's a place where simple food like chicken is now simply extraordinary, where tomatoes are tantalizing and basil breathtaking. Artichokes art, mushrooms masterpieces, crab incredible, and asparagus astounding. Introducing Chicken Fresco, Portobello, and Oscar. From the place where fresh ingredients inspire fresh thinking, Ruby Tuesday.
Give me the rock. You want the candy? You can't have the candy. They call me the bus driver, kid, because I'm about to take you to school. Vader! Oh!
Man, I sent this to everybody. Hey.
What are you guys looking at?
Nothing.
Be an instant hit with all the latest high-tech phones from Alta Wireless.
Come and get your love. The dream is still alive. Someday it will come true. And this country, it belongs to folks like me and you. So let the voice of freedom sing out through this land. This is our country.
This is our truck. The 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
Get ready to get the games you can't see on TV. Introducing ACC Select.com, the new way to see your sport.
Hey, this year we continue to celebrate 25 years of bringing you the best college basketball. Back in February of 1993, Maryland's Kevin McClinton scored 32 points on the road at Florida State. But it was the Seminoles with a 3-point victory in that game. Then in 1999, in Cole Fieldhouse, it was LaRon Prophet. He also tallied 32 against Florida State. This time it was the Terps with the victory. They're working on Thornton's leg during that timeout, the right leg, and looked like he had some cramps.
And they're still working on that right leg.
Swan for three, and he's fouled.
Oh, wow. That is only the second field goal for Florida State in this half, Tim. Prior to that time, they were shooting 1 for 13 from the field, and boy, a 4-point play really comes in handy if he can get it.
Well, that's a big one, too. That's a 4-point play, possible.
His third, 7th on the team.
It has not been the best of nights for Will Bowers.
Swan trying to complete the 4-point play. Can't do it. It's been a strange night for Florida State at the line. They are the #1 free throw shooting team in the country. They're just 11 of 19.
Well, they won't be the #1 free throw shooting team after this game because they were only hundredths of a percentage point ahead of California.
Dangerous pass inside, turns it over.
See, now Maryland had that 15-point lead, and they can't get careless with the basketball.
Swan somehow keeps it alive with great balance.
I think Beckwith blocked that one.
Jones back to Hayes. Didn't pull the trigger. And Abekwe is fouled.
I think Kassan Breeden got him.
It is, and that's his first. So Abekwe will go to the line. He's only a 64% free throw shooter.
Thornton over at the scorer's table ready to report in, Tim, and he's stretching that leg. It looks like he's having a problem with maybe a cramping of the hamstring in his right leg.
And Abekwe rattles it in. Abekwe came into this game with 1,034 career points with 734 rebounds as you look at Thornton come back into the ball game. And just
Tim, and did it look to you like Thornton was walking regularly? It looked to me like he was limping.
He's got a little limp in his giddy-up. Makes them both. Mims wants to push it. Swan's been the factor this half. Here's Thornton. Maryland's has really picked up his defense. Thornton. And Thornton is fouled.
That's a Beckway. That's 4.
It is. Our Chrysler game summary looks like this, Dan.
Well, look at the assist numbers. Florida State only 4, but Maryland with 18. Al Thornton having his normal great game. And Maryland, now a lot of those points in the paint have not been because Maryland is powering it inside. A lot of those have been transition baskets, drives to the goal, particularly here in the second half.
Thornton makes the free throw, and Bowers comes back in. Thornton just 3 for 8 at the line. So you can bet in the last 10.5 minutes here that will change.
Now Maryland is really going to have a difficult time guarding him because Gist now in the game, and Etchefu commits the foul coming over Gist back, but Gist has 3 fouls.
I have to tell you, Dan, I'm blown away by Thornton. He must be hurt because I've never seen him shoot like this. He is a great, great player. He's now 3 for 9 at the line.
Well, even the great free throw shooters have tough nights sometimes.
Got to believe he's going to be there for Florida State down the stretch. Here's Bowers. Back to Hayes.
Plenty of time.
Vasquez. Tough shot.
Vasquez did a great job getting position on the inside, and that was not really a pass. That ball was knocked away from Hayes.
Thornton. This went down. Crowd wanted the foul, and Thornton just finished strongly.
And we saw in the first half, Thornton can take over the game.
Sure can.
And the best way for Maryland to combat that is to score down on this end. The problem they had in the first half, they went into that big drought and allowed Florida State back in the game.
Vasquez misses again. Swan with the entry pass. And Etchefu. And all of a sudden, Florida State comes roaring right back. We'll return after this message from the University of Maryland.
Wherever you see greatness, there's much you don't see. The path that led to the goal, the support of others, and the careful way everything's choreographed to create an effortless end. Fueled by 150 years of teamwork between alumni, students, faculty, and staff, the University of Maryland is now a leading public research university. And together, there's so much more we can do. The University of Maryland. Fear the turtle.
Maryland's 15-point lead is down to 9, and Maryland is in some serious foul trouble.
They really are, and part of the, if you look there, there's a Beckway with 4, Gist with 3, Osby with 3. The question becomes, with whom are they going to guard Al Thornton? But again, the best way to do that is to keep the pressure on Florida State by scoring baskets.
But if Maryland starts to play tentatively, it'll cost them big time. Here's Jones beyond the arc. Bang!
Boy, that's a big, big basket.
See if Florida State can answer. That's your fool on Bowers.
Boy, really aggressive defense by Florida State on the ball.
Maryland Hayes picked up his dribble.
Maryland having a tough time getting into anything. Only 10 seconds left in the shot clock.
Well, Allen's covering Vasquez pretty well. Nice pass to Gist.
Covered him pretty well, Tim, until the last few seconds of the shot clock. Then Vasquez goes by. Good patience not to hurry that. And then finding a wide open Gist.
Vasquez with 7 assists.
That was a heck of a play.
Thornton. Mims for 3. That's a 2-ball. He had a foot on the line. 2-ball.
Basket by Ralph Mims.
Florida State's going to do that. It's just going to be really hard for Maryland to defend because you've got to make Thornton pass the ball out. Make somebody else beat you.
Gist calling for the ball. He wants it on Thornton. Here's a spin move, and he's fouled. Gist and Thornton doing some battling down there. 25 years of the ACC, and it just gets better and better and better.
Good, Aaron. Cow.
Cow!
Yes, sweetie, cow.
Cow!
Paul, where are the burgers?
For breakfast, try Chick-fil-A's tasty chicken biscuits, chicken minis, or breakfast burritos.
With a low-rate home equity line of credit from RBC Centura, you can use the equity in your home to do something giant, like those renovations you've always dreamed of. Or better yet, get away from home altogether. For a limited time, get a 4.99% introductory rate on a home equity line of credit. Sometimes, something small can help you do something giant. RBC Centura. Let's do something giant.
We're up to 1 million hits.
Sweet.
Who is it?
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, right.
Being fastest from 0 to 60 is good. Truckers say fastest from 40 to 70, even better. Throw in 4 massive disc brakes, and you got yourself one happy ending. Available on the all-new full-size Tundra, the truck that's changing it all.
ACC's top-ranked performers as you look at Al Thornton and Jared Dudley. A lot of talk about one of those guys being the player of the year in this conference.
Well, there, of course, you could have some other candidates. Tyler Hansbrough from North Carolina, Sean Singletary from Virginia, but no arguing with the fact that these two guys are among the best players, not only in the Atlantic Coast Conference, but in all of college basketball.
So James Gist, shooting 2, makes the first. James Gist's numbers are pretty good. He averages 13.7 rebounds a game, 70% at the line. Scored in double figures 12 times in the last 13 games. Misses that one. He's got 12.5 rebounds in this game.
And in limited minutes. Remember, he only played 10 minutes in the first half.
Vasquez and Mims. Mims takes it in the paint, running one-hander. Etchefu with the follow.
He just beat Gist to the basketball that time, and Gist in foul trouble has to be a little bit careful. But this is a situation in the game where Maryland needs to keep the pressure on the offensive end.
Returning for the Seminoles, 5.
Terps by 11 with under 7 minutes to play.
Obviously, if you get a 13-point lead and you score consistently, it's hard for the other guys to catch up.
Strawberry has it blocked. And he's fouled by Mims. That's the first on Mims. Good hustle by Strawberry. Actually got a break when the ball came squirting out of the paint.
I thought he was sort of forcing it in there. He got bailed out by Florida State committing the foul.
Brand new 35. Mims goes out of the ball game. Rich goes out of the ball game. Swan comes back in. And Allen comes back in. Gist out to Vasquez. Vasquez for 3. He got a good look.
Now Bowers matched up against Thornton on the inside. Thornton really asking for the ball. And they lose it. Maryland basketball. That was a very difficult pass, thrown down below the knees of Al Thornton, sort of in between his legs. Maryland made that a very difficult passing opportunity. Leonard Hamilton has seen his guys really struggle offensively here in the second half.
And Leonard keeps looking at that clock as we're about to go under 6 minutes. Another foul against Florida State, and this one is on Thornton, his third.
Maryland doing a nice job now attacking Thornton on their offensive end. Throwing the ball inside to Gist, who's doing a nice job posting up.
Soto goes out. Mims comes back into the ball game for the Seminoles, and Gist at the line.
Tim, keep in mind, this is the Florida State team that continues to play without their starting point guard, Tony Douglas, who broke his hand in that Clemson game, and they have not won since he went out with the injury.
Gist now 5 of 7 from the line.
Florida State offense really has just been a little bit out of sync without Douglas. They're hoping he can come back by the weekend.
Swan for 3. And Thornton over the back of Gist.
Thornton's got to be careful here.
Crowd wanted a technical. Both teams over the limit, so Maryland will be shooting 1-1.
And now Al Thornton. Tim, I've gotten the impression in the last couple of minutes here that Thornton is just trying to pick the whole team up by himself and carry them. Maybe playing just a little bit out of control.
James Gist shoots 1-1.
Gist misses the front end of a 1-1. That's huge.
Returning to the Terrapins, number 50, Bombali.
See if Florida State can make them pay for the miss. Here's Thornton. And the Seminoles turn it over. Timeout Florida State with 5:34 to play. Timeout on the floor as the teams discuss strategy. You should too. Get someone to talk with you, not at you. Talk to Chuck, Charles Schwab. Leonard Hamilton wanted a timeout, Dan.
He wanted a timeout because I think he sensed that his team was a little bit out of control on the offensive end. They still have enough time that they can run through their offense. They don't have to come down and sort of have an offense that's first guy down the court shoots. They can make a couple of passes, make Maryland defense move, and get some better opportunities than they're getting.
So Florida State has 1 timeout left. Maryland has 3. 5.5 minutes to play. Again, Florida State 5-8 in the conference, 17-10 overall. What they call a bubble team. Maryland the same. Maryland 20-7, 6-6 in the conference.
Well, Tim, I think Maryland has done everything that they need to do, barring a complete collapse. They're not on the bubble.
Terrapins have won 3 in a row, trying to make it 4.
Gist trying to post up inside against Thornton. Thornton with those 4 fouls. Let's see if Maryland goes after it.
Hayes to Osby to Vasquez. Shot clock at 10. Osby with another catch and put up.
Osby has really just been right around the ball today. That was an attempt to pass to Gist, but it was a bad pass. Thornton tipped it, and Osby was right where he needed to be.
Still plenty of time for Florida State, but you're right. They've got to get in a rhythm.
That's a
good, strong move by Thornton.
That's a pretty good rhythm right there. If somebody's going to force it on Florida State's team, it's got to be Thornton. Now with 23 points, 14 boards.
Phenomenal player. Boy, he looks tired right now, though. Strawberry, strong move, and he'll go to the line. And one more.
And he has had a very strong second half. After going scoreless in the first half, only playing 8 minutes, he has really answered the bell here in the second. Just drives hard to the basket and is able to score despite the contact. Strawberry now with 10 points in the game, all in the second half.
Good point.
Of course, he didn't play much in the first half.
Here's Osby again.
And he got fouled, and I think it was Thornton that got it. No, it was not Thornton. It was Jason Rich.
And for Rich, that's 2.
Tim, we're talking about DJ Strawberry and the fact that he scored all 10 of his points in the second half. I can tell you from experience, from my college playing days, it's hard to score any points from the bench. And that's what Strawberry experienced in that first half. But he has certainly responded in the second.
Osby has played well tonight.
Really had done a nice job for Maryland off the bench. He now has 8 points in the game. Excuse me, 10 points in the game.
Osby played a lot early in the season before they got to conference play, and he played quite well in wins over Michigan State, which just beat #1 Wisconsin, and wins over St. John's and Illinois. But he didn't play much once the conference got underway. He's playing well tonight.
And the Terps now out to their biggest lead.
And time is about to become a factor as we approach the 4-minute mark. Still no panic though in Florida State. This foul will be on Hayes.
And that's one of those situations with the 16-point lead. If your guy beats you, you've got to have some confidence in your teammates that they're going to rotate over and help you out. You don't want to commit a foul and put the best free throw shooting team in the country on the line.
And he rattles that one in. Most importantly, it stops the clock.
A Florida State team who's really struggled to score from the field. They only have 5 field goals in the second half. You don't want to give them the opportunity to score from the line. Make them, force them to attempt a tough shot, drive into the basket.
Hayes to Gist. Gist turns around. Here comes Florida State. Chance to draw closer. Oh, Swan way outside. And Swan loses it out of bounds. A lot of contact. 3:33 to play.
You paid for 300 horses. Are you sure you're getting all of them? Choose Q from Quaker State. Q's patented heat-activated formula fights power-robbing friction better than any conventional oil to help maximize power. And let all your horses come out. Q from Quaker State. Unleash all your horses.
What does it take to use energy wisely? To make your home more efficient? To preserve our resources and the environment? To make sure the quality of life you enjoy is enjoyed by your children and their children? To lower your electric bill and say, yeah, I'm making a difference. What does it take? People, performance, excellence. To save money with programs like Home Energy Check, visit progress-energy.com/save.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has the low prices guaranteed to save you money. Get ready to get the best price possible on all the parts and accessories you need with our ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car. So when you want to get more for your money while getting more out of your car, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee.
Ford SUVs lead the way with features no one else offers. Escape Hybrid, America's most fuel-efficient SUV. Explorer with a 5-star front and side crash test safety rating. Sport Track, an exciting blend of versatility and power. And Expedition offers a class-exclusive power-fold third-row seat you never have to remove. Confident, capable, the leader. Now get 0% for 60 months or $3,000 cash back on the 2007 Ford Escape at your Carolina Ford dealers.
Well, the Red Lobster, nothing but net. Shot of the game had to be this block and the transition, Dan.
And this is really what got Maryland started in the second half. They scored the first 6 points of the half, all on baskets just like this, getting out and running, rebounding, blocking shots, and running down the court.
All by DJ Strawberry.
Maryland's defense has been outstanding in the second half. They've held Florida State to 29% shooting on only 7 field goals. Only 1 3-point field goal for Florida State in the second half.
Here's Strawberry. Kicks it back out to Hayes. Shot clock, Maryland's friend. Game clock, Maryland's friend. And Florida State has to feel a sense of urgency as we approach the 3-minute mark. Shot clock now at 8. Hayes goes, layup, left shot.
Boy, what a weapon that is to have guys who can get to the basket at the end of the shot clock.
He reminds me so much of Steve Blake when Blake was here as a freshman. Etchefu steps up and has it blocked. The foul on Gist. That's 4.
Well, that was a foul you just don't need. I think Gist is going to come out of the game. Get a look, you're talking about Maryland and how important this game is. You can see, though, the Terrapins, all their numbers are in order. 20 wins, an RPI of 18, strength of schedule 16th best in the country. Wins over Duke. They won at Illinois. They beat Michigan State on a neutral court. This is a Maryland team that had a little bit of a dip there early in the ACC schedule, but they've really got it rolling now. They're coming in here winners of their last 3 games, 4 of their last 5.
That win at Illinois snapped the Illini's 51-game home winning streak. I agree with you. Numbers are in order for Maryland. Etchefu misses the second.
I think Osby's going to get called for a foul. He hit Swan right in the nose. So now Swan is going to get to go to the line. And Osby, a look of disbelief on his face, but I think he got Swan pretty good. And Florida State, as you look at their numbers, you can see a very strong strength of schedule. Last year, their strength of schedule, Tim, was 94. That's why they didn't get in the NCAA tournament. But they have a win over #1 Florida. They throttled Maryland down in Tallahassee. And a lot of folks are talking about Providence maybe being a team out of the Big East that could get to the NCAA tournament. Well, Florida State beat them by 30.
Meanwhile, Swan misses the first. And this is uncanny tonight how Florida State has struggled at the free throw line.
Makes them like 15 of 25, I think, and that is unheard of for the team that came in as the leading free throw shooting team in the country. It's been a rough offensive night all the way around for the Seminoles.
Shot clock at 15. Hayes takes it back and resets. Nice pass to Osby.
Last time he goes all the way and scores. This time he goes in and finds Osby.
I think the key is Hayes. He just runs that offense to perfection.
The key tonight for Maryland is they've gotten contributions from a lot of different guys.
Maryland ball. Dan, take a look at our Pepsi players of the game. See if you agree.
Well, of course, Al Thornton, who's going to disagree with that, and James Gist, despite some foul problems, really has played well, particularly in the second half.
Just wanted to make sure you were on board.
It's kind of you to ask.
Inside to Osby, has it blocked. Crowd now goes into a mocking Seminole chant. And knocked out of bounds by Florida State with 9 on the shot clock.
North Carolina avenging their loss to North Carolina State earlier in the season, and that puts the Tar Heels in the driver's seat now for the regular season championship as Virginia lost tonight.
2 on the shot clock as Ebekwe lets it go. Florida State has numbers. Swan will pull up, give it back to Mims. He'll fire for 3 and hit it. He had a foot on line. That's a 2.
This is Mims' best offensive output, though, Tim, since that Boston College game where he scored 9 points in the first half, then went 2.5 games without scoring a point.
And Dan, with 67 seconds
without
left,
scoring a field goal, excuse me. 67
seconds left. Hayes is going to the line with a 69-55 lead, and so start up the bus.
And a lot of the fans in the Comcast Center are headed toward the exits. And unlike last year when Maryland stumbled a little bit down the stretch, this Maryland team had their stumbling early in the season, and they've really put it all together now. This is a team that's playing very well.
I want you to listen to this now. I got to say, you called this. You called it when most didn't see it. You said Maryland is a good ball club and that they're going to really finish strongly. Thornton penetrates and can't finish. Possession arrow belongs to Florida State.
Now Maryland's upcoming schedule, Tim, is none too easy. They have a huge game here against North Carolina on Sunday. Everybody around these parts will be ready for that one. Then they've got to go to Duke, and they close out against North Carolina State.
Swan gets it down and back out. Well, Gary was a little bit upset before the game, was actually confused, asking us why was Duke ranked 18th and he wasn't when he beat Duke.
Well, see, Gary likes to pose those kind of questions to us. Questions that we really are incapable of answering. Now, Florida State, even though they're going to lose this game today, they still have North Carolina State in Miami, North Carolina State at home, and then at Miami. And I really think if they can get wins in those two games and maybe get a first-round win in the ACC tournament, they're still in pretty good shape for an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. Again, that strength of schedule this year. They did what they were supposed to do in the non-conference season. Now they just have to get some extra wins in the conference.
Under 30 seconds to play. Hayes with 7 on the shot clock penetrates.
Oh, nice how did he find Osborne? How did he find him? What a pass.
Two freshmen from Maryland are certainly talented. Swan at the other end misses it. Etchefou's there to finish it. He can't. Maryland makes it back.
Finish it.
Hayes tonight, 8 assists, only 1 turnover. And Maryland beats Florida State the final 73-55. So the Maryland Terrapins pick up their 4th straight win. They go to 21-7.
ACC basketball has been brought to you by Alltel, by Food Lion, by Geico, by Bud Light, by Chick-fil-A, by Ford, and by Pepsi.
Well, we were tied at 31 at the half. Florida State came out. Maryland went on a run. Maryland in the second half outscored the Noles 42-24. Coming up on Saturday, NC State of Florida State or Clemson against Boston College. Check your local listings. Maryland 23 assists on 27 field goals. For Dan Bonner, I'm Tim Brandt in College Park. You've been watching exclusive coverage of ACC basketball on Raycom and Lincoln Financial Sports Network. Once again, 73-55 Maryland.